it going, guys? So many people have been asking for this video. It's been asked for so long and so many times, and so many different questions get asked that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put it all into one monster how to start a gaming channel video. I did have a scripted part for this little introduction. However, I really wanted to say thank you because this is a video that I didn't really have the confidence to do about 6 months ago. I was still learning. I didn't think I knew enough, but apparently I have some of the best fans in the world. You guys are absolutely amazing, and it's been such an honor to be able to, you know, be big enough to make this video, to give advice, and to, you know, try and help others grow as I have with such a successful fan base, with such interactive subscribers, with such great personalities and fun live streams and events. We've had giveaways. We've had so much happening in these last couple of months. It's been absolutely incredible. So it really was an honor to make this video. I have never been so excited. It's something I've always wanted to do. So without further ado, there's going to be a few things appearing on your screen now. Now, this video has been split down into 4 sections. First of all, equipment. So what are you going to need to make videos? Pretty simple. That's a pretty short one. Making videos. So that will include tutorials on editing, recording, pretty much everything you can think of on making a video. There will be a tutorial there. Live streaming, anything you can think of that has something to do with my channel. Channel appearance, that'll be making thumbnails, images, making your channel look cool, using social media and things like that to market your channel, and copyright and monetization, which will go through all the legal things that you really need to get your head around in order to run a gaming channel and to not get into any trouble with it. So if you're watching this video for a second time, you can click on the screen now. If you're on a computer, click on which chapter you want to, and that'll take you to that part of the video. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and also make sure you enjoy this video. Have fun with it. Use it as much as you want. Be sure to tell your friends. Be sure to share. It took so long to put together. I'm kind of sorry that it took so long, but it was really tricky to make, and it took a long time. So please share it around. Leave a like. If you have any more questions, leave a comment, and I'll catch you. See you at the end of the video. TK out. Have a good one. Equipment. In this component, I'll talk about all of the hardware and software required to create good quality content. These include a microphone, a capture card, a computer or laptop, editing software, Audacity, and a camera. If you wish to see tutorials on how to use each of these items, then skip forward to making videos. First of all is a microphone. I recommend using a USB condenser microphone rather than a headset. These mics will provide much better quality sound for a much cheaper price and allow for far easier editing. My first recommendation is my current microphone, the Behringer C1U USB condenser microphone. This is a very cheap mic that provides very good quality audio to begin your channel. It does, however, need to be held very close to your mouth, and so you will need a mic stand, which doesn't look too good if you're planning to use a face cam. My second recommendation is then the Blue Yeti. This is a slightly more expensive mic, however provide even better quality sound and does not need to be held immediately close to your mouth. This is a perfect mic for PC gamers, however a headset will need to be worn in order to avoid recording game sound in your mic and lowering the quality of your actual commentary. Next is a capture card. Capture cards will record your screen and thus gameplay. In today's day and age, HD is a must, so your videos will need to run at 720p and 30 FPS or higher. If you are on a PC, you'll have to conduct your own research into recording software, as capture cards are predominantly for console gamers. In my opinion, with capture cards, there is only one way to go: Elgato. Elgato produced 2 capture cards, the Elgato Game Capture HD, which will record at 1080p and 30 FPS, and the Elgato Game Capture HD 60, which will record at 1080p and 60 FPS. Either is fine, however I would definitely recommend the HD 60 as the difference in price is negligible for the extra 30 FPS. Both will cost you around $150 to $250 depending on where you live and the currency. Next up is a computer or laptop. If you are planning to game and record from a PC, I would recommend building your own. It isn't actually that difficult, and building one yourself allows you to make a computer suited exactly to your needs for a much lower cost. That, however, will not be discussed in this video. The computer I'm referring to is for recording and editing. In order to keep up with your capture card's recording software, you will want to look into something with at least 4GB of RAM and an i5 processor or higher. Such a computer or laptop will be more than enough to get you started. You can get away with a lower end PC, however going too low will cause issues with recording and can really restrict your experience when upgrading your editing software at a later date. In saying that though, having such specs are not really a necessity, but more of a recommendation. Editing software is another must for producing good quality videos. However, don't freak out. For beginning a channel, Windows Movie Maker or iMovie are perfect. This will allow you to add commentary, music, and chop up your recordings to create a highly watchable video for basic commentaries and thuntages. If you would like to move up, however, my next recommendation will require you to pay money, or, I am currently using Adobe Premiere Elements 13. This is a great step up from a free program and allows for multiple videos and audio files to be played at once, as well as adding effects, transitions, images, and color correction. However, if you want to go even further than that, you can't get any better than Adobe Premiere Pro. Next is Audacity. If you are using an external microphone, I strongly recommend using this program. Audacity is a free recording software that allows you to touch up the quality of your sound and export it as a separate audio file. Don't get hung up on the sound quality though. For beginners, Audacity allows you greater control of the volume and gain of your commentary and allows for much more complexity when editing. I strongly recommend using this program for microphone recording. And finally is a camera. Having a camera allows for a higher quality face cam to be added to your videos. This is not important, especially for a new channel, however is a great next step to take down the road, providing a much more professional look and greatly enhancing your video's watchability. In order to add a face cam to your videos, you are going to need either editing software that allows multiple videos to be edited on a screen at once, or an incredibly fast computer in order to add it automatically in the Elgato software. For your first face cam, a GoPro is a great place to start. Slightly cheaper webcams will also do a good job, however having a camera that you can use away from your computer provides so many more options for video making, and the higher quality video alone is worth the extra $1. So that's it for equipment, let's move on to making videos. Making videos is the heart and soul of your YouTube channel, and in order to achieve a substantial amount of views and grow a healthy fan base, that will need to be of a certain standard. This section will go through how to record using your Elgato capture card, basic video editing tips, and how to set up live streams. First up is how to set up recording using your Elgato capture card. First, click this little gear at the very top right corner of your screen. I recommend leaving these 3 items unchecked. Flashback recording is good for recording highlights, however for highly edited videos it can often lead to simple mistakes that don't need to happen if this is unchecked. Next, click on this symbol at the bottom right corner of the device tab and ensure you have the correct console selected as well as expanded HDMI color range. Your profile should also be in at least 720p and ensure that the quality is set to best, leaving these unchecked. Next is the game audio. If you are using Audacity for your microphone, then turn this up sensibly loud as you can edit the volume later. If you're using the Elgato software to record your commentary, then you will need to turn it right down in order for your voice to be heard. Next is the live streaming tab. We'll talk about this shortly, but not quite now, and below that is live commentary. To use this, first select your microphone. If it does not come up, close the software and ensure that your mic is plugged in properly before reopening. I recommend keeping the automatically reduced game sound off. This feature is inconsistent and only distracts from the video itself. Also, before recording, be sure to shout out some random words and adjust the game audio and live commentary volume until they sound good, ensuring that the live commentary completely dominates the game sound. And finally is tags. This can all be changed at a later time, however I recommend naming the video and providing the title of the game. The Elgato Game Capture software will organize all of these recordings for you, and so doing this makes finding videos much easier. So now we're ready to begin recording. Hit record to begin. Make sure to leave the recording for a few seconds after completing the video to avoid the end of your recording being cut off due to recording lag. We can edit out the awkward seconds at the end in our editing software. When you've finished, head over to the Edit tab and select your video. To export it on a Mac, click the Movies icon, and on a PC, click 1080 Pro. And we're ready to move on. Next, in making a video, we're going to have a quick look at Audacity. This software can be terrifying at first glance, however we're not going to be using all of its features. We simply want to record some audio. To begin, ensure your microphone is plugged in before opening the software or it will not come up. Next, choose the microphone that you are using here and have a quick test run. You want the audio to be easy to hear but not overpowering. You can adjust the volume with this tab here. Then, we're ready to go. Make sure if you are doing a live commentary that you give yourself some audio cues to align with your video. I usually move up and down on the main menu of the game, saying what move I'm making as I do it to align with the gameplay later. If you are using a face cam, clapping is a great way to align your voice by adjusting the camera footage to meet up with the sound of the claps. Once you've finished your recording, go over to Export Audio, select a name and destination for your file, and hit OK. This screen can be ignored, so just press OK again, and there we have it. Your commentary is complete. And now for some basic editing tips. There won't be a tutorial for this section as there are so many different editing softwares that you guys will be using that it would be impossible to tailor for them all. However, I can give some pointers for editing that can be used throughout each one and will help guide you in creating your first videos. What you are looking at here is a recording of me editing a video for my channel. Notice how each time I make some significant edit, I go back and watch over what I've just done. I will usually do this multiple times, and when I finish the video, I will send it straight back to the start and watch the whole thing again. This will make sure you avoid any silly mistakes and allows you to justify whether a section of the video is worthy of remaining in it, which brings me to the next point. Don't be afraid to cut out any boring bits or scenes that just don't suit the tone or theme of the video. If the video is short but has nothing but really funny or awesome moments, then keep it short. Think about what's entertaining and don't be upset if a clip doesn't make the cut. Get rid of it. Make sure also to cut out any awkward silences in your voice. If you've used live commentary, then chop up the video. Or, if you've used Audacity, don't be afraid to chop up the audio file in order to avoid messing around with the gameplay. And finally, unless you're making a joke, always have some sort of music. Royalty-free or copyright-free music can be found on multiple websites and YouTube channels. No Copyright Sounds is a great channel for melodic dubstep, and links to all the situational music I use in my videos can be found in the description. There will be some more talk about selecting music later, but when editing videos, music will fill in any gaps as well as provide a much needed tone for your videos that makes them seem more professional and keeps them entertaining. And now for a section that I know a lot of my subscribers will be interested in, live streaming. First, we're going to take a look at live streaming using the Elgato capture card, then with the PlayStation 4. Remember, in order to live stream, you're going to need very good internet connection. If your wireless network is too slow, I recommend running an Ethernet cable straight from your router into your computer, or if you're streaming through the PlayStation 4, into that. So to begin, head down to the live streaming tab on your right. Add your Twitch, Ustream or YouTube account and give your stream a title and pick an appropriate resolution for your internet speed. Try and run it at least 720p, which will require a bitrate of around 2.2 megabits per second, which can be set with this knob here. And now you're pretty much ready to go. Hit the live streaming button and you're up. For a more in-depth tutorial, take a look around YouTube or visit the Elgato website. On the PlayStation 4, begin by opening the game that you want to play. You will not be able to stream whilst outside of a game, and you will not be able to change the game you are playing during the stream. Once in, however, begin by pressing the share button on your controller and selecting again which site you would like to stream to. If you haven't added an account, pick which website you'd like to use and follow the prompts. However, for the purposes of this tutorial, I will be using YouTube. Next, you will be brought to this screen. First is comments. This will be posted on whatever social media page you have selected above it. Again, follow the prompts if you haven't added one. Next, we're going to be skipping a couple of sections until you get to tags. This will assist in people finding your stream, and so filling this with appropriate terms related to your stream will help. However, it's not completely necessary. Next, be sure to slam that quality all the way up to best HD, and delete the description completely. Many people have problems starting their live streams, and often it's because of a glitch to do with having a description, so get rid of it here and we can add it on in the actual website you are streaming to later on. Of course, add a title, and make sure that if you're using the PlayStation camera, you have this ticked. Include microphone audio, and display messages to commentators unticked. This will bring up a black border that is really horrible for your spectators. In order to view messages, I recommend simply bringing up the chat yourself externally on a computer, laptop, or mobile. If you would like to make any adjustments to your mic, press the options button and find the appropriate selections. Apart from that though, you're good to go. One more thing, don't forget that at any point during the stream, you can press the share button, go to advanced settings, and make changes there. So that's it for making videos. I really hope that helps. If there's anything more you'd like to know, don't hesitate to comment below or contact me through social media. Moving on though, it's time for our next component, channel appearance. Channel appearance is the biggest part of marketing your channel. Your attitude, your name, social media, thumbnails, tags, banner, intro, outro, everything that makes up your channel. Your videos can be ace, however if no one can find them and you're not putting the effort in to market your channel and present a positive professional attitude, no one is going to see them. And so in this section, I'll be discussing everything you need to know to begin your journey on YouTube as best as you possibly can. So let's start from scratch. You are starting a gaming channel. You know what you want to do and you have all the gear. Ensure that you have a positive attitude conveyed in your videos and the tone of your voice is easy, pleasant, and fun to listen to. Don't worry too much at first, as it's completely normal to be nervous or a little confused. Your personality will grow and evolve as you become more experienced. But outside of videos, we need some things to remember you by. First of all is your name. The ideal name on YouTube is relatively small, easy to remember, catchy and fun. Avoid the use of numbers and keep your name as short and or as simple as possible. In saying that though, be creative, brainstorm ideas, writing everything you come up with, and eventually you'll find something that just clicks. Think of current big channels and their names: PewDiePie, Markiplier, KSI, The Diamond Minecart, and Level Cap Gaming. Each are simple, avoid numbers, and insert personality and creativity to produce a fun, cool, or professional name that is easy to remember and identify with. Next is a logo. Again, go nuts. Figure out what you'd like to make and search tutorials on how to create it. The more technical the logo, the more difficult it will be to create, so keep that in mind. Or you can do what I did with my logo and literally draw it on a computer. I'll show you where I made mine shortly, but for now, let's get creative and start learning. Next, we're going to be looking into making thumbnails and a banner for your channel. I'm going to be giving you an example of how I make and made mine. Each will involve various tools and methods that you can use to come up with your own crazy images, so keep in mind that you don't have to do what I do, just make it up as you go along. A lot of things you'll see here I simply figured out myself. Now there's a lot to talk about in this section, so I'm going to hand you over to a live commentary to explain how I rock and roll with the image editing on a free website I use called pixelart.com. Okay guys, so here we go. This is the website that I was talking about, pixelart.com. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here to Pixel Editor and go Launch Web App. And that's going to bring up this cool little nifty screen here. And this is what I use to edit all of my images, all my thumbnails, to create my banner, everything along those lines. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to create a new blank image like this, and I'm going to go 1280 by 720. So that is the width and height that we want to use, and that is perfect for a YouTube thumbnail, which is what we're going to be creating first. Now, I like to use this white background. If you want, you can go and Google other backgrounds. If you just go 1280 by 720 background or something like that, like black background or blue background, you can probably find some pretty cool patterns. But of course, for my channel, I prefer the white background. I don't know. That's just part of my look, part of how I rock and roll. So here we go. We're going to be creating a thumbnail for my T21B weapon review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google search in images the T21B, and we're going to have a bunch of images like this. Now these ones are really cool. However, I kind of want something along these lines with the white background because it's a bit easier. Maybe it's a PNG. You'll see what I mean in a second. Come on, image. So we're just waiting for this bar to disappear down the bottom. We want that to load. So PNG, you'll see like a light white and a light grey square background. And that will mean that the background is transparent. So you won't have white, actually. You'll have a background that doesn't actually exist, and so we can just cut out the actual weapon itself. Aha, there we go, and that's exactly the background I'm talking about. So this is absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go save image as. We'll save it straight to my desktop. Doesn't really matter what the name is. Boom. All right, cool. So now I can bring this up here. I'm going to go back over to the Pixel Editor. I'm going to go File, Open Image, find that gun. There it is right there. Booyah. Okay, cool. So now it's right there. So this means this has no background whatsoever. So if I select this tool here, this is just kind of like the selection. I select the whole image. It's only going to be selecting this gun. Now, if there was a white background without these gray squares, then you would be selecting the white background as well, and you would have a white square around it. So if that was happening, and you've got a white background or a color background, what you can do is you can select this tool here, and I'll show you how to use that in a second, but that can be used with a couple of things. But first of all, I don't need to do that for this one, so let's just go select all of that. We're going to go Edit, Cut, go back to my original picture, go Edit, Paste, and then I'm going to go Edit, Free Transform, just like that. And now I can make it a bit bigger, and I can move it around just like that. And there we go, cool. I might put that about there, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe there. That looks pretty cool. Let's try that. All right, second of all, I'm going to go put in my logo. So if I go Open Image, I've got my logo saved right down here. Where are you? There it is, right there. Boom. Cool, there we go. So now we can use this photo. So you'll notice the background on this one, on my logo, is not squares. It is white. So if I was just to select it with this tool here, like this, if I go like that, I just go Edit, Cut, and then Edit, Paste. You'll notice, look, how it's cutting off the gun here, and they've got that square around it, and we don't want that. So I'm going to go back to my image. I can press Ctrl-Z to undo, and now I can use a different tool, which is that Magic Wand tool. This is the one I was on about earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that, click on the outside, and it's going to select everything around my logo. However, I don't want to select everything around my logo. I want to select my actual logo. So this could be a little confusing at first, but it's really not that simple. Select the tool. I'm going to click the outside. Then I go Edit and Invert Selection. And so there we go. Now you'll notice that little dotted line is now around my actual logo rather than the background. So now if I go Edit and then go Cut, then Edit, Paste onto my actual picture, cool. You'll notice it no longer has that square around it. So now I can go Edit, Free Transform, and I can do whatever the flip I want with it, just like that. So there we go. I might stick that up there. Cool. Why not? That looks pretty cool. All right, now let's just add some text. This is going to be a pretty simple background, really just to show you how to use a few tools. So I've got that little A symbol for our text. I'm going to go, you can call me TK down here. Oh, you can call me TK. Cool. And I've actually gone to a website called dafont.com. That's D-A for da, and then font.com. And I've downloaded a font by the name of Banana Chip Muffins, I'm pretty sure it's called. Yep, there it is there. Boom. So now I can select that. We use this thing to put the size right up. Make that nice and cute. There we go. If my stupid laptop will decide to work. Nice, that'll do. And then let's go right over here, and we'll put the T21B weapon review. Cool, just like that. I'm going to hit OK. I think maybe let's put the review right there. That looks a little better. Now I'll move this out of the way so you can sort of just see what I'm doing here. There we go. I am trying to work on a laptop. It is a bit frustrating, but there you go, look. And there's a simple background, a simple thumbnail for your image. Now you might want to add a few more things, and you can go ahead and do that using all of the tools that I've shown you there. So you've got the magic wand tool, get rid of that. We've got the selection tool, the cropping tool, so I can shorten this image. I can make it a little bit smaller. However, we don't really want to do that in here. We've got the font, add an actual font. There are tons of things you can do, but those are some basic editing things. So let's go over making a banner, and that one's a little more trickier. So I'll show you how I made my original banner, and we'll have a look there. Okay guys, so here we go with the channel banner. So this is the symbol, this is the picture that's going to be appearing on your channel at the very top of your channel page. So I'll show you mine in a second. Here we go. Let's bring it up right here, and that is this image right along the top here. Now this is one that was made for me by one of you guys, and I cannot do something like that. That is absolutely amazing, and so I had to use that one. But I'm going to show you how I made my original one, and in a simple method to help you guys get started. So this is the image that we want to go and get. We've gone YouTube banner template in Google Images, and we're going to find this one. It's the very first one that'll come up, and this is the template that we're going to be using. So you'll notice in this area here, no matter what website you're on or what device you're using, a computer, a tablet, a mobile phone, anything like that, this is the bit that will always be seen on all of them. So any of your writing, any of your symbols really wanted to be displayed in there. Then of course you've got tablet will come out to here, desktop will come out to there. So if you want to adjust for different pieces like that, then that's the area that will come up. And of course television for the whole thing. However, you know what I mean. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this image here. Save image as. I'll just save that to my screen, to my desktop, just like we did earlier. Now we're going to go back to pixlr.com. Here we go. So I'm going to go open image from computer this time. We're not creating a new one. And we're going to go channel art template. There it is right there. So this is the image we want. Now we can use this little thing to drag it out so I can see the whole thing just like that. All right. And what we want to be doing basically is first I'm going to be working in this safe area. So here's how I like to rock and roll. First of all, I'm going to open up my logo again. This is how I made my original one. So I'm going to go to red where I tagged mine. There we go. Boom. There's my logo. So again, we're going to be using the magic wand tool. Select the outside. Invert selection. Edit. Cut. Boom. Edit. Paste. Bang. And there it is right there. However, I'm going to go edit free transform. And we want that to fit inside this image here. So we want it to fit inside this rectangle. So I might go right in the middle like this. Boom. I might stick it over there. So that's going to come to the very right hand side of the actual channel safe area. Cool. So now we're going to go back. Let's maybe add some text. This is going to be a very simple one, but it's really to show you just to get started. Let's go, you can call me TK. Cool. Just like that. We'll leave that right there. Maybe right here, right around the center or something of that back square. Cool. Just like that. Something like that looks really cool. Now, to get rid of this background layer, you can add as many images as you want, and you're really just going to add them the same way. You can add some more text, you can add some more images, you can create your own picture and sort of fit them in to fit these slots like that using the edit and free transform tool. Just go absolutely crazy, add a ton of stuff. Don't make it too over the top. You do want to keep it relatively simple. Something like that is absolutely amazing. So that is perfect. You can see faded thumbnails in the background, just the two symbols, You Can Call Me TK, right in the middle there. That looks really cool. Something like that is absolutely perfect. My original one was a little something like this, except I had the 3 different faces and TK written here. So if you were on a mobile phone or something, it just came up with the 3 logos, and if you're on a computer, it had TK written on the side. Something simple like that's cool. But to finish it off, no matter what you are doing, we really want to get rid of that background. So here's how we're going to do it. Now you can do this for any color. You can do this using a like an image or something like that. What we're going to do is we're going to select the layer here, background. If you wanted to stick something in front of that, you can simply slam it over the top here. But of course, we want to have the template open while we're editing so that we can see what is going to be visible and what is in this safe area in the middle. But I'm going to select that. I'm then going to go with the brush tool, this one right here, brush tool, and then I'm going to select white. You can select more colors down here by double clicking like that, and you can go through and find all your colors and yada yada yada. But I'm going to go white, we're going to go brush, I'm going to put my diameter way up like that, so I've got a huge big brush, something along those lines. There we go, looks like that's as big as it's getting. And now I can brush the background behind here. My computer's a little laggy because I'm trying to record all of this stuff. But you can see, here we go, I'm going to go back to brush, let's go hardness right up, so that means there won't be any of that. There we go, that's what we want. Booyah! And we'll fill in all that with the white, so we've got nothing but that background. And there we go, cool, something just like that. And now this is what's going to be coming up here if you upload it like that. And we'll be showing you how to change that in a second. But that is how we create our banner. And so of course, same as before, if we want to save it, we're going to go File, Save it as a JPEG. I put the quality all the way up to 100, just like that. Then we'll go Channel Art, Template File, yep, whatever the name you want to call it. Go OK, go to Desktop, replace that, yep, cool, boom, saved. And it'll be right on my desktop, right here. And there we go. That is how to create your channel banner. Let's keep going forward. So next, let's take a look at actually uploading and making your channel look awesome. First step is uploading. We can't work with a channel without videos. So to begin, click the upload button at the top right corner of your screen and then hit the big symbol here. Then find the file of your video and we can set it up. Naming your video is pretty simple, however avoid common names and also try to use correct grammar and punctuation. Oh, and don't be a keyword warrior. Save that for the tags. In your description, place a little bit about your video and leave the rest for music mentions, social media links, and other things. Don't worry too much if it seems a little empty at first. As your channel grows, more and more things will end up there and it'll fill up very quickly. Now, unlike setting up your PlayStation live stream, tags on your YouTube videos are very important. Look into good tagging and fill up this section with every word and phrase you can think of in relation to your video. For example, if you are doing a Star Wars Battlefront video, you may put such terms as Star Wars Battlefront, Battlefront gameplay, Star Wars Battlefront let's play, gameplay, video game, Star Wars video game, and so on and so forth. Fill it up, and YouTube will tell you when you have too many. If you have a Twitter page or whatnot, ensure that you have a cool, enticing post for it here. And be sure to place your video on some sort of playlist, whether it be a video series or just the specific game you're playing to make it easier for your viewers to find later down the track. And after that, you're ready to rock and roll. When starting a gaming channel, you really want to be trying to upload 1 to 2 videos a day. If this is not feasible, however, then make sure you have an upload schedule, posting videos at certain times every week so that people know when to come back and find a video. Also try to upload your video at peak times to ensure they come up on people's screens when most people are searching. I recommend around 6 to 7 PM UTC. If you are like me and probably in bed at those hours, then instead of publishing the videos as public, click the box and head down to scheduled upload. You will not have to keep your computer on or this window open, just upload your video and YouTube will release it to the world at the time selected. Also, possibly my biggest tip for picking up fast subscribers is make sure that you take advantage of big gaming events and titles. Now, this does not simply mean play new games the day that they come out. Big channels often have early access to titles and gameplay is usually already up. No, I mean new updates, DLC releases, patches, and so on. Keep up with the gaming industry, and as soon as anything happens, get a video up straight away and be the first one to be searched when looking for that gameplay. This tip also falls under the category of fresh content. Unless you are really here for fun, Don't just upload straight Let's Plays and Minecraft videos. Be creative. Your videos need to be fresh, different, and entertaining, whether that be your voice, a weird game, a funny game series, or a video idea. Anything to separate you from other YouTubers. Social media is another big part of your channel. However, do keep in mind that it is going to be hard enough to get people to your channel, let alone from your channel to your Facebook page. So whilst I would recommend making social media accounts, do not expect anything to happen on them for a long while. That being said, having accounts on social media can direct more people to your channel, and if you put enough time into them, can provide a very professional look and make a great way to interact with your subscribers. Twitter is by far the best place to start. It's the easiest to gain followers, allows you to post as much as you want without becoming spam, and is the perfect place for gamers. Facebook used to be good, however things have changed. If people are not interacting with your posts, i.e. liking, commenting, etc., then they simply won't come up on their newsfeed. Thus, it can be hard to find traffic and keep people involved on your page. Once again, that being said, it can't hurt to have one if you are willing to put in the effort. Other platforms are also fun, however Twitter and Facebook are going to be your two main sources for subs for your channel. Snapchat and Instagram are both awesome places to go as well, however they are better for providing a more personal side to your fans. These are all very easy to set up on Twitter, Snapchat and Instagram. Set it up like you would any other account. And go on Facebook, simply search Facebook page and click create a page. One thing you may also want to know is how to create these little icons on your channel. To do this, simply go to your channel and click about, go down to links and leave a link in one of these spaces. Simple as that. And finally, your intro and outro. In order to have a professional animated introduction, you are going to have to purchase and learn to use some very difficult software, such as Adobe After Effects. And since we are just beginning for your intro, I would recommend simply spending a little time creating a really attractive image and playing it for a few seconds at the beginning of your videos. Your intro is not there to impress your viewers. We simply want to introduce your channel and ensure that your name is placed on each one of your videos. Here is the intro I used at the beginning of my channel. I added a clapping sound which people teased and laughed about. The logo makes it easy to remember, thus identifying the video as YouCanCallMeTKs. Music is also played over this in each of my vids, setting a tone for the video and leading into the first screen. Make sure you keep your intro about 6 seconds or less. Long intros are simply annoying and are more likely to scare people off rather than entertain them. Now this is not a professional intro, but it's perfect for a new YouTuber and can be made by everyone and anyone in any video editing software. The exact same thing can be done for an outro, designing an image that once again presents a theme for your channel. You can add a subscribe button after you've uploaded your video by going to the Creator Studio, clicking Edit underneath the video, going to Add Annotation over your outro, select Spotlight, then Link, and Subscribe. If you have editing software, however, and would like to produce something along the lines of what I have now, there is a link in the description to a tutorial that I use that will go through a more advanced outro in far greater detail than I can in this video. So that's it for channel appearance. I hope that helped you guys. However, we still have one more topic to go through before the end of this video, and that is talking about the legal requirements when it comes to YouTube. There are a lot of things to take into consideration when we're talking about copyright and monetization, so let's head over to that section. Channel copyright and monetization are incredibly important things to take into consideration when beginning a gaming channel. Here I can provide some advice and recommendations about ensuring you don't get into any trouble with your content. However, you will need to go and conduct your own research to ensure you know everything. This includes copyright with your gaming footage, music, rules when it comes to monetizing, and understanding YouTube partnerships. I will do what I can to answer frequently asked questions, however you must do your own research. First of all is your gameplay. Even though you have bought the game, played it yourself, recorded it, and edited it, the video that you have created still doesn't belong to you. Any and all gaming footage belongs to the company who made the game, and there are only 2 reasons that they would allow your video. First reason is it's not being monetized. If you're not making any money off their product, then they don't care. And second is if you are providing a good outlook for their game that provides free advertisement for their product. Some companies do allow monetization either way, and you can find out whether they do or not by checking the terms and conditions on their website. Otherwise, just keep it in mind that no matter what you do or say, you do not own your video. Next is music. This is far more technical than gameplay, as it isn't a single company who owns that song, but the writer, recorder, developer, blah blah blah. Thus, it is crucial that any music you use is not copyrighted, or YouTube will detect it and your video will be removed or flagged. An excessive use of this can lead to copyright strikes. Look at those in your own time. Don't be freaked out, however, as there are tons of websites and YouTube channels that provide royalty-free music for no price. The websites that I use can be found in the description of all of my videos, including this one, and if you use them, they will be in yours as well. Web pages such as BenSound and MachinimaSound provide royalty-free music for no price, provided you leave a certain link in the description of all your videos. For royalty-free dubstep, you can't go past no copyright sounds on YouTube. Other channels such as that can be found very easily, just make sure you don't use any copyrighted music. And finally is partnerships. Joining a network such as TGN or Machinima does not mean you can monetize your videos without any hassle from the game developer. They are there to provide services to help increase your channel's standings for a cut of your monetization profits. I do believe that highly thought of partners can provide a more professional look to game developers when playing their games, however you are not completely safe. As a small channel, I would recommend steering clear of any kind of partnership. You won't be making the views to obtain money, and companies that go after small channels are simply not a good option for you. Consider looking into partnerships at around about 1,000 subscribers, but like I say, be sure to conduct your own research into different companies, and as a small channel, don't even worry about it. And that's it. So thank you very much. If you made it all the way to the end, you're a flippin' legend. Thank you so much. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you have any more questions. If there's something I couldn't answer in this video, leave a comment below. I will reply. But be sure to share it around. Be sure to leave it a like. Took a long time to put together, so please show your appreciation, show your friends. If there's anyone else you're thinking is wanting to start to get into a channel, then be sure to show them this video. Let's see how well it can do. But thank you guys so much. It's really all thanks to you guys. The amount that we've come in the last 6 months or so is absolutely amazing. Like, it really is really cool. So thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. Be sure to leave any comments, leave a like, share it around. I'll catch you later. TK out. Have a good one.